everybody. Lions Talk. It's Russell Wayne. That's me. What's up?
What the?
10,000 followers. Thanks, guys. Good morning, everybody.
Right there, that's the one. That's the one right there, Russ.
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
But we do need a new one. I got to make a new one here soon with new music and everything like that. A new countdown video. Welcome. We got to get it going. I mean, it's 10,000 followers. Thanks, Dwayne. Let's go. Good morning, Fred. Great day to be a Lion. Well, I'm not going to say put what team you represent in the comments because this is all Lions today, baby. Let's go, Lions. Jeffrey, Addison. Good morning. Good morning, Scotty Reno. Oh, here we are. It is. Oh, it's not PFF Tuesday anymore. I got to change the background too. Welcome one, welcome all to Lions Talk Wednesday, hump day. Here we are. Yes, we're talking some football today, but we are talking about Lions football today, but we are broadcasting live into Mike the Bear fan because we are playing the Bears this week. We're broadcasting live into the Detroit Lions news. Let me get these little graphics up here for you. For the Detroit Lions news, we are broadcasting live into Mike the Bear fan, like I had said, and we just crossed over 10,000 followers. In a very short period of time, we got our page shut down in like May or something like that. And thanks to you guys and all football fans, real football fans out there, we've crossed over the threshold of 10,000 followers, and we appreciate you. And we appreciate all the new people for hitting that like button, hitting the subscribe button or the follow button on there. So, but over here, my partner in crime, the one who's got 5,000 of these followers all by himself right there. He went out there hitting the pavement. Main event Mike, how you doing, brother?
Outstanding. Congratulations on 10K, Russ. You deserve it.
It's there. It's there, man. We don't want to brag about all that stuff. We're not the type of people that came out and celebrated every 100. Me and you were celebrating every 100, but but 5 and 10,000. The next time that we'll mention anything about it is when we get to 20,000. We're not worried about these types of things because we're all villains. We're all the villains here. We're all the Lions fans here. We're going to war. We're willing to go to war against the other teams in this division. But today, on Hump Day, in the middle of the week, we focus just directly on the Lions. And the Lions got some new news. And that we can start right with that new news because I want to know what your thoughts are on this. Let me get my little graphic up here.
It's okay to celebrate. It's okay to celebrate 10,000 followers. Like you said, we're not those kind of people that go around tooting our own horn a lot, but it's okay to stop for a second, say thank you to the people, say congratulations to each other. And it's okay for the Detroit Lions to celebrate being 7-2 as well.
Absolutely. And we're the Road Warriors, baby. Yeah, look at that. 4-1 on the road, man. That's how you win in the NFL. That's how you do special things is you have to be able to go on the road and you have to be able to beat. Really, any win on the road is good, but that was a pretty good Chargers team that we beat on Sunday. And yeah, take nothing away from that. The Lions make a new signing because they did give up a lot of points and they can't get a pass rush. So they signed veteran Bruce Irvin to the practice squad, guys, because I don't want to overblow this too much, but I also don't want to underblow this. Like that's maybe that is a bad use of words right there. I could probably pick a better one. So I'll just promote my show this Sunday. I'm going to be at Scooters. If you guys are in the Genesee County area, I am not going to be at the Lions Den this week. I will be at Scooters watching the football game. Mike will be over there at the Lions Den representing the team right there. But if you want to come up and watch the Lions game with me at Scooters, and then I'm going to be doing a performance from 4 until 8 o'clock. This is in Genesee County. If you want information on how to get that show, just let me know because this is a football show and I don't want to spend too much time on it. So I want to get back to this. Bruce Irvin, Mike.
Yeah, 36 years old. 36 years old. Former Super Bowl champion. He's played on 6 different teams, 3 different stints with the Seattle Seahawks. And we know that Pete Carroll loves good talent, especially defensive line talent. He's brought this guy back. He drafted him and then brought him back 2 times after that. He was the 15th overall selection in 2012, so a top 20 pick. He was the first defensive end taken that year. Okay, he's got 54 career sacks. He led the league in forced fumbles in 2016. A couple of other areas of distinction here that I dug up on Bruce Irvin. His measurables, he's kind of small for a DN, really, right? For 6'3", 250. That's why Pete Carroll converted him to outside linebacker during his time with Seattle. He's 6'3", 250. Kind of undersized maybe for a defensive lineman, but like I say, he's been on his 6th team. He's been around a lot. In college, this guy, listen to this. He had a 4.5 40 time. Okay. He ran a 4.5. He was the fastest defensive lineman in the combine, but he was not happy He threw a fit and said, I want to run it again. And they let him run it again, and he ran a 4.43 40.
Wow.
The only reason I mention that is because it gives us a little insight into this mentality of this guy. He was not happy being the fastest defensive lineman because he knew he could do better. And that might be a little piece of why Brad Holmes picks this guy up after the trade deadline at 36 years old, when you've got a fire that burns in you like that. A few other notable things. In 2020, he had a torn ACL. He was made to be a Lion. In 2013, he was suspended for 4 games for substance abuse. That might be a little bit of a red flag. I don't know. And here it is, the one distinction that many people might know him from. Bruce Irvin is the only player in NFL history to ever be ejected from a Super Bowl. Tom Brady and the Patriots came back on Seattle and won the Super Bowl after they had won the Super Bowl the year before. So Bruce Irvin is also a Super Bowl champion, by the way. Only member of the Lions defense with a Super Bowl ring. And the next year, he gets the last 20 seconds of the Super Bowl. He punched Rob Gronkowski with a closed fist punch and was kicked out of the Super Bowl at the last 20 seconds. The only man ejected from the Super Bowl. So he's got some dog in him.
Wow.
Isn't that interesting?
Well, that we
there's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense.
My defense is impregnable.
Yeah, I mean that's awesome. And I was looking at it like, I mean, he's 36 years old. He has the experience, and the fact that you said that he's fast and that he's undersized. Do you think because that they may be switching up the defense? Because I know they were running primarily like this hybrid type of thing. Do you think that they're moving more towards this? I don't know what that is. Okay,
That's
sorry.
It's me.
Oh, okay. Do you think that they're moving towards a 4-3 and using these jack linebackers more? And maybe they're trying just to, change the schematics of the defense because they feel like they have the right players. They Maybe they just have to tweak it up. And having Bruce Irvin there with all of those young defensive linemen like, Josh Pascal. And I mean, I don't know how old Kaminsky is, but I know that he's not that old. Hutchinson and Aleem McNeil, all these guys. I mean, and he's been on Super Bowl defenses. So, and he's onto the practice squad. So I don't know if he's going to come in and get 10 sacks. I don't think he's going to do anything like that. But I think that just from a knowledge standpoint, that he could have a lot to offer these young defensive linemen that we have.
Sure. Veteran leadership. Not only is he a Super Bowl champion, he was a member of one of the greatest defenses of all time, the Legion of Boom. Right. Playing with studs and Hall of Famers all around him. He could certainly raise the level of play of these younger players, just bringing just those stories. Flash that Super Bowl ring in the locker room. Motivate these guys. You want this? You want one of these? Right. Here's what you got to do. And I love this signing. I love it. I love that we did something. We addressed a need. We're not getting pressure on the quarterback. Justin Herbert carved us up because he had too much time. And Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell hinted at it a couple of days before, say, well, Brad's working on stuff. He's always out there, man. He's out there looking for something. He's always working on something. So I love this signing. I don't care if his name is Bruce Irvin or whatever his name is. We went out and did something to make a move to try to get better.
Right. And I agree with that 100%. And it did have to be Bruce Irvin, right? It couldn't have just been anybody. Hey, they brought in dude, blah, 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 boo dude. And he's not going to come in and do anything. Bruce Irvin sounds like they were trying to do something. That sounds like they're acknowledging that something needs to be done. And it does. It sends a message to the fan base, whether you like the signing or not. This should send a message to you if you're upset that we're not getting a pass rush, because that's them acknowledging, hey, okay, we got to do something here. We got to do it.
And if any of our viewers out there can, without Googling, put it in the comments, where did Bruce Irvin go to college? You will win 2 tickets to Scooter's Lounge to see Russell Wayne perform on Sunday.
All right. Good morning, Scotty Reno. Scotty Reno in the house. Good morning to Chad, and good
Chad!
morning. And good morning to Jordan. And yeah, Chad's been coming out to my Fridays. That's pretty good. Congrats on 10,000 followers. I mean, that's you guys, man. This is a community of people. We can't celebrate it, but it's like we're all celebrating together. This is a 7-2 football team. It's just us hanging out, right? Let's hang out. Have Brian Branch spy fields, LOL, RB, trying to run the football. Now that moves us on to the next thing. Justin Fields is expected to play this Sunday.
Start, yeah.
It's my quarterback.
I mean, I know you probably give him a lot more credit there than, I mean, are you worried about that at all, having a mobile quarterback? Or
I'm not worried, and I'll tell you why I'm not worried. I might be worried under different circumstances, but the way the defense played last week and all the talk in the media, I mean, all the haters, even Lions fans coming down so hard on this defense, and they get
Right.
Chicago at home, the defense is going to come out like we've seen them in the Atlanta game, like we saw them in a couple other games this year where specifically the Green Bay game, when the defense was stifling, smothering the opposing team. And I believe that's what we're going to see the first half. If the Lions aren't up by 3 touchdowns, then the Bears might have a chance. But I think in that first half, starting at 1:00 on Sunday, the Lions defense is going to be swarming the Bears, and they're not going to know what hit them. And Jordan Love, it's not going to matter if you had Tom Brady back there, because if the Lions play defense like they did against Atlanta, no team can beat the Lions.
And you know what? And if they play offense like they did against the Chargers, it doesn't matter how good their defense plays, because they're going to be able to win these shootouts, man.
Right.
This offense, I mean, I know that there's a lot of hate out there on the defense right now, understandably, but our offense is good enough to get us to the Super Bowl guy and win a Super Bowl. I believe that. I think this offense is so good that they can do what they did against anybody. They can. And, you know, go ahead and cite the Baltimore game, and I'm going to say asterisks, because we were missing 3 of our offensive linemen in that game. And if you say that doesn't matter, just ask the San Diego Chargers. And yes, I said San Diego.
Another big Lions news, Halavadudi Baitai has been placed on injured reserve. I don't know if he's gone for the season. I know it's a minimum of 4 games. So we're a little thin on the offensive line, while the starting 5 is outstanding. The depth is a little questionable with rookie Colby Sorsdahl, Dan Skipper, the usual suspects coming off the bench. We definitely need to play mistake-free football on the O-line to avoid injury.
Who did win, by the way? Those guys, those depth players, they did win that. They played in that Raiders game. So they can win with their depth that they have. They do have to move some guys around. Sorsdahl, I mean, that gives him an opportunity to step into that spot. He was a healthy scratch last week. They were thinking that Vaitai was going to be the guy. And honestly, there's not too many people around here that like the hell of a booty Vaitai. I mean, you and I were giving him some props. He does have a hell of a booty. And it's a booty. It's a booty that's so big that it hurts his back and he can't stay on the field, which is, there you go. That's a hell of a booty to throw your back out like that. But I like him. I can't say his name, so I liked hell of a booty. It is right there. Good morning, Russ. And the main man. You are the main man. The main man. Manny the Main. I expect AG masterpiece this week. Do the Bears are a bad team? The Bears are.
That's Jeremy B., writer for the South Florida Tribune. And he's challenged me today. He's challenged me today to play NFL Jeopardy. So he and I might be playing NFL Jeopardy. You can pick your category at any time, Jeremy, and I will respond.
All right. Good morning, says Paul right there. What's up, chat? Lions Rumble. Roaring in Florida. Time to take Soldier out of Soldier Field Sunday. If you're in Soldier Field, you might be the only one there. Because we are playing at home.
Now he's saying take the soldier, Justin Fields, out of Soldier Field.
Yeah, he is.
For the comment, Rumble.
They took him right out of Soldier Field and they're bringing him to Ford Field where they're playing.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying. I'm busting balls. That's all I'm doing. Don't get mad at me and unfollow and unsubscribe. Come on, let's get some thick skin. I'm just kidding, Lion Rumble. I appreciate it. Yeah,
Jeremy.
And Jeremy was on it, man. Man, I could have made Jeremy look like the dick. James O'Brien, good morning, everyone. The Lions are moving in the right direction. Let's go, Lion. And Lions fans are the same that they are every single week. I love it because it's like we're never going to get over the hump. Every time we win a game, we have to talk about all the reasons we could have lost. And that's where we're at. If this, like I was saying yesterday, if this was the Bears at 7-2 that just had an awful defensive performance, they would be beating their chest. They wouldn't be saying anything about the defense. They'd be going, the Bears, 7-2, the Bears, we're the Bears, we're the Bears, we're the Bears because we're the Bears, we're the Bears. Whoa, go Bears. That's what they'd be saying. There would be no talk about this defense. Only Lions fans complain after wins.
You'd be hearing monsters of the Midway.
Yeah, like that's what we should be saying. We get to say that our offense, I believe, and you can, do you believe that the Lions offense is good enough? And put this in the comments. Do you believe the Lions offense is good enough to overcome all these defensive deficiencies, so to speak? Because this offense to me seems like it's ascending and ascending and ascending. It's getting better and better and better. Doesn't matter who they got running the ball, whoever, that offensive line is tough.
Can you scroll up? Can you put Jeremy's comment? He's chosen his category. His category for NFL Jeopardy today is he'll take draft busts for 1,000. Okay, draft busts for 1,000. Here is, remember, this is Jeopardy format, so you have to answer in the form of a question. So here is the answer. Stevie Wonder on a driving test. Jeremy, that is the answer for Jeopardy today. Stevie Wonder on a driving test. Put your answer in. Sorry, Russ.
All right. Man, that's pretty tough, man. I don't know. Waterboy says Montgomery 100 plus rushing TD, 80 plus reception this week on his old team. Yeah, holler at your boy right there. You want that.
You like that?
You got your fantasy team is going, right?
Jeremy got the correct answer in Football Jeopardy today. The answer is, you're going to put it up?
I can't find it.
It's the last comment.
Gosh, man.
What is things I trust more than Justin Fields seeing the field?
It's my quarterback.
Oh, you guys. Oh, man.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Oh, gosh. You guys, hey, did anybody else try to answer that? No, nobody else was in there. Oh, gosh. All right, let's get in there.
Bear Down Mike says Bears haven't been monsters of the Midway since 2018. Now they're just the monsters of the mid-tier.
It's my quarterback.
Dr. Dick, man, you're gonna have to go hit up and promote that smack talking thing, man. That's not gonna
if you like that, there's plenty more where that came from on Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. It's the NFC North open mic where we trash all the teams in the division, including the division leading 7-2 Detroit Lions. We trash ourselves in there as well. Lots of ammunition. Join us 7 p.m. Eastern. NFC North open mic night.
Open mic night right there.
Life is not that complicated. You get up, you go to work, you eat 3 meals, you take one good shit, and you go back to bed. What's the fucking mystery?
Right.
Is that Louis Mariucci?
That's Louis Mariucci right there. He's one of the guys. He was here a minute ago, right? That was Louis Mariucci. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wait. This just in. Hold on a second. Oh, Matt LaFleur's on line 1. Hey, all right. That sounds about as good as your play calling right there. Way to go, Matt LaFleur. All right, so let's move on. So Goff, Jared Thomas Michael W. Smith Goff.
I love it when you make up middle names. Jared Edgar Wilson Goff.
Jared Edgar Allan Poe Goff is the number 1 quarterback in the NFL according to PFF. Wait, hold on a second.
There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable, and I'm just ferocious.
He's ferocious. I mean, he's a mid-tier quarterback, right? Right? That's what they say, right? Is he?
That's what that lady who yells at the cat says.
Oh, I got to go find her. I think that she's. Oh no, wait, I got the wrong ones in there.
Yeah,
but what do you think? What are your thoughts?
Jared Goff, you're right though. PFF has Jared Goff ranked number 1. ESPN has Jared Goff ranked number 5. There it is.
Jared Goff is a game manager.
Number 1 QB in the NFL, baby.
That's right. That's right. I mean, and really, if you want to get, all technical on the stats with me, top 5, no matter where you look, you can't find him any lower than 5 if you want to bust my balls. I'm making them, but we use PFF, Pro Football Focus, or what is it? Pro Fantasy Fake Stats, whatever. But he's the number 1 quarterback in the NFL. What do you guys think about that? Does that make you uncomfortable as a Lion fan? I mean, a lot of people like to make excuses of why he isn't. But now the excuses are running dry. I mean, I had to defend him from even being a good quarterback last year. Not like top echelon quarterback, but all he's done is prove the haters wrong, stuck with this guy, and he just continues to get better and better and better as it goes along. This is the best season that he's ever had. Like PFF style, like any style. He is a 28-year-old quarterback in his prime that's playing his best football right now.
It's my quarterback.
Put him behind a good offensive line and watch him go.
Put him behind a good offensive line. You see, like that sounds like an asterisk. This guy is making the throw, standing tall in the pocket while he's getting hit, making dime throws while he's getting hit, making plays within the pocket. And I'm not going to give all the credit to the offensive line. I'm sorry. The offensive line are not throwing these balls on the rope right to the guys, only in the place that the receiver can get it. The connection between him and Amon-Ra St. Brown is a real connection, as good as any connection I've ever seen. And when is Amon-Ra St. Brown going to get his flowers in there? He's a top 5 wide receiver. I mean, you can throw names at me, but how is Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown? Is it all the offensive line? I mean, what's the excuse not to put both of these guys in the top 5 in the place that they deserve at their position?
I think there are reasons why the perception of Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown is just those things you kind of touched on there, right? Goff's he's not a risk taker. He's not a guy that's going to beat you with his legs. He needs good pieces around him to be successful. Whereas a guy like Mahomes could probably go to a college team and beat the Cardinals, right?
So is that really true though? Are you just because it sounds to
There's
me
some
like
truth to that. I think there's some truth to that. And when you look at
how
Amon
it-
Ross
how-
St. Brown, you look at Amon Ross St. Brown, he's not going to win 50-50 balls down the sideline, right? He's not that tall, long receiver with 4.2 speed that can run down the outside the numbers. So
he's not sexy.
I think it's that perception of
Sure.
those little idiosyncrasies that prevent them from being regarded that way. However, you know what? They both made the Pro Bowl last year, and that's voted on by people who matter.
And right now, again, they're putting up the numbers that back up, and now all I hear are, here's the reasons why they don't like it. Well, he doesn't have the superstar breakaway speed. Who cares? The guy is like 7'11". He's always open. All he does is make big catches in the biggest moments of the game without fail. I don't give a shit how fast his 40 time is. I don't give a shit that Jared Goff can't escape the pocket and do all that sexy stuff. The bottom line is these guys are balling. They deserve to be in those conversations. You can't mention 5 quarterbacks that are better than him right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you can like it or love it up, right? It is what it is. They found the perfect scenario. Maybe it's all Ben Johnson. Maybe it's all the wide receivers that he has. Jared Goff has thrown to 7 different receivers in multiple games this year. So don't tell me that it's all just his playmaker.
Right. And he's improved in the areas that he wasn't good at. If you remember 2 years ago, we were 3-13-1. I was down on Jared Goff. You remember I had to shave my head because I lost a bet because Jared Goff produced so well the next year. But the one big knock on him was pocket awareness. In that 2021 season, he had some terrible moments where he just couldn't feel the pressure. He would take the sack. He would get a strip sack, throw a bad interception because he had someone in his face. He has improved those things now. Now he stands tall in the pocket. He throws the ball away when he should. He's the best quarterback in the league when it comes to taking care of the football, and it's not even close.
Right. And that's the thing right there. He is a drill sergeant taking that team down the field every single time. That offense can score on anybody. They've scored against the best defenses in the league. And then you have this defense that can ascend. Like everyone acts like this defense is dead or like they can't do anything. They don't even have to get new players to make the defense better. They just got to keep progressing. These guys can get good. I mean, these guys they're good now, but they struggle against the elite teams, right? So they got to keep in the gym, in the work, in the books, in the tape, keep getting better, honing their craft and take it as far as you can take it this year. Maybe it's all the way, but the thing is they're going to be even better next year.
Hall of Fame GM Bill Polian said that there are some things that quarterbacks can overcome. Like pocket awareness, when to take care of the ball, how to take care of the ball, when to throw the ball away. There are things that they learn and they get better at. There are some things that are innate that it's very hard to overcome. If you have accuracy issues, if you have issues processing information, those are things that are very, very hard to coach out of a player. And when you look at guys like in this division, like Jordan Love, Justin Fields, that is their problems. When Jared Goff got here, he didn't have an accuracy problem. He didn't have a problem processing information or reading defenses, right? The problems that he had when he got here, he has progressed and gotten better at them and plugged up the holes that were deficiencies in his game. When I look at these quarterbacks like Jordan Love and Justin Fields, I wonder if these are issues that can be fixed when you're throwing the ball out to a wide open receiver or sailing it right over his head on a regular basis, when your completion percentage is only 50% for the year, when the game is on the line and you throw into triple coverage to lose the game. I have to ask myself, and you should too, are these things that these guys can fix? According to Bill Polian, these are very hard things to fix.
Right. Paul Jones says that I put Goff behind Jackson Stroud after 8 games. Goff is on fire, and that's fine. I'm not even trying to say he is the best. I'm just trying to say he deserves to be talked about as the best without asterisks or anything. Like, he deserves to be,
It's my quarterback.
in that conversation as one of the best quarterbacks. I mean, look at the guy that you thought was the best quarterback in the league, Josh Allen. You think he's better than Josh Allen? I think he's better than Josh Allen. I think Jared Goff is absolutely better than Josh I throw interceptions all the time, Allen. It's not 2021 anymore, guys. This is 2023. And that's where we're at right here. Yeah, you got Goff and Stroud. CJ Stroud might be a top 5 quarterback in his first year. I can acknowledge that. That's cool. I mean, Lamar Jackson's playing some of the best quarterbacking ever in his career. Best football of his life, actually. Watch that around JMO in week 18. Watch that end around JMO in week 18. Yeah.
Actually, watch that end around with JMO in week 18.
Okay. So we're talking, I'm in the middle of a conversation right here. So I'm not going back to these because I feel like I'm interrupting a conversation and it's interrupting our conversation sometimes. I'm sorry to interrupt your conversation in the comments, Jeremy B. Let's see. Right there. I want to spend the game with you. So if you are in mid-Michigan this Sunday, I would love you to come watch the game with me. And then I'm going to do a concert from 4 until 8 p.m. at Scooters. That's right off of Hill Road going into Flint, Michigan. So if you're in that area.
Look at that beard.
You like that beard?
Sexy. I'm bringing sexy back, Russ Wayne.
Yeah,
look at that beard.
I ain't got the beard anymore, but maybe by the time that the Lions are in the Super Bowl. Yeah. Yeah. And we get to promote you. Yeah.
Playoffs.
And then there's Friday. This is the one that Chad came out to. Chad, I appreciate you for being the first person from this program to actually come out and watch one of my performances. I love singing and playing, and I will be at Jester's on Friday night in Genesee County too. Now, I understand if you're out of state, you're not going to be able to go to that, and I just wasted all your time right there. But I do sing. I love to sing. Mike loves to sing too. And we're going to be announcing a concert here very shortly, as soon as we get that thing out there. Yeah. Machine Shop in February with Mike's band. And it's going to be phenomenal because we love music and we also love making fun of the Packers. Oh, let the butt hurt flow through. They don't even know how to handle. They don't even know how to act right now, Mike. They don't know how to act. But the last part I wanted to go to right here is we were going through, I want to categorize and just kind of go through game by game and really look at the end of this season for the Detroit Lions and see why you and I are really fired up about them doing something special, winning more games they've ever won in franchise history. So we got the Bears, right? Most people would agree that the Dallas Cowboys is probably the hardest game left on the schedule, right?
I don't know. After that Buffalo-Denver game, I don't know.
Yeah. Sleepwalk and slip-ups. All right. I'm using Detroit Free Press right here. So I'm just going to kind of read through, and I know that you have to have a subscription to get there. So I'm going to give you a little inside info that you don't have to pay for, that Dave Burkett put out right here. So, and we can just kind of talk about each one of these. So he does have the true tests right there as the Dallas Cowboys being the week 17 and the week 16 and 18 matchups with the Minnesota Vikings as just marquee matchups right there. We're going to have to, those are going to be the good games, right? And then they have them categorized in sleepwalk and slip up games. So week 13 versus the New Orleans Saints, week 15 versus the Denver Broncos. And then the no excuses wins that we should definitely win is this week. The Chicago Bears and Thanksgiving Day versus the Packers. And then the other Bears game that we should win those 3 games. You should. There's no excuse not to win on Sunday. So how do you feel?
Sorry, I'm reading the comments. We got Sebastian. He's a Vikings fan. He says Kirk was playing better than Goff before his injury. I'm not going to deny that. Kirk Cousins was balling out. He was carrying this team on his back. We thought they were dead. Then he goes on to say, I'll take Dobbs over both, but that's just me overdosing on the purple Kool-Aid. And then Jeremy B says, you should drink the nightshade Kool-Aid, which is poison.
Man. Chad asked if my wife liked the lasagna, and thank you, Chad, for buying that. And I'll tell you what, Jester's has probably some of the best lasagna that you'll ever have, because now you got to understand Jester's is owned by a Greek guy named George Zarvelis. And this dude has like recipes that go back to the homeland. So I'm telling you, this isn't like you can't go to McDonald's or Applebee's and get some of the meals that you can get at Jester's. So yes, the lasagna was impeccable. Oh man, the nightshade. Gosh, Packer games are like
I love that. Drink the nightshade Kool-Aid.
Packer games are like watching the movie Groundhog Day. I like that. That's good right there.
I say more dumb things before 9 a.m. than most people say all day.
Oh gosh, man. So, he had them categorized into 3 parts. Back to that spot. Where do you guys think? Because I'm looking at these games right there. You got 2 games against the Bears and a game against the Packers. And then you have some games that you should be winning. You should beat the Saints. I don't know about the Broncos. That's looking like a bigger game now than we thought it was going to be, because it looks like they're starting to ascend a little bit and start to turn into the team that they drafted, or not drafted, but traded for Russell Wilson for, where you're supposed to be dropping this guy into a Super Bowl team, right? Everything else was built, right? That's why they spent all them draft picks on Russell Wilson. So maybe they're starting to turn into the team that they thought they were going to be.
But they are who we thought they were. Yeah, and then they start out 1-4, and they start to fire sale, right? It's going around, Lions need to get Surtain. And they let Randy Gregory go. And they let a couple other good pieces go off the defense. Then all of a sudden, now they've won 4 in a row. So it's just what a topsy-turvy year this has been. And I love it. I love that it's a topsy-turvy year. This is the year the Lions could win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, Jeremy is eating at Jester's. It's very underrated. Very, very underrated. There are, anytime you go to a city, this is something that I found out touring a lot. Anytime you go to a different city, there's always going to be, that place that was specific to that place, started by mom and pop. And it's good because of that one spot, right? This is no franchise. This is just somebody that just does it right within their own family. And Jester's is definitely one of those places. Jason MC, Skull. I like to see some of these fans coming in. These Minnesota Viking fans are starting to come out and see some of the light. They're like, oh gosh, now that they've won some in a row, they thought their team was trash, and now they're starting to build some confidence up, starting to come into the chats a little bit. Maybe they'll even start to come on the show at some point in time, Mike. Mm-hmm. Somebody other than Sarah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Jeremy says he knows that Jester's has good food from being a former tournament pocket pool player.
They do have a good pool set up there at Jester's if you like playing pool too. I think they're rolling. They should be 12-2 by this time as they head into Minnesota. I agree with that.
They should.
I mean,
I do look at New Orleans as a trap game. I do.
For sure. I mean, all of them are at this point. Like when you think that you have a team that I think that we have, I mean, any one of the games that you can get tripped up in, but I think we're better than all these teams from top to bottom, coaching, the whole 9, going all around, even going into Dallas. I think we're a better team than they are.
And we looked at this at the beginning of the year, Russ, when the schedule first came out, and we loved how the schedule was laid out, with 5 of the 6 division games coming after the bye in the second half of the season. With our depth, we loved how that played to our strength to win this division. We did not expect to come out of the first 5 games at 4-1, so we are ahead of the curve. So, yeah, definitely love this coming down the stretch. Minnesota, Dallas, Minnesota. It's going to be a dogfight between Minnesota and Detroit coming down here to the end.
All right. So according to Jeremy, there's 28 watching on YouTube and only 15 likes. So what I would like you to do at this point in time, because this is absolutely free. So I like using wrestling references and the Macho Man, right? The Macho Man. So metaphorically speaking, I want you to climb to the top rope like the Macho Man. Randy Savage go, ooh, yeah. And then take the elbow from the top rope, brother. Dig it. Smash. Right there. Hit him with the Macho Man elbow right on that like button. Right on the like button. Macho Man elbow right back to the top. Boom. The second one right onto the subscribe button. Right there.
They all ripped off Dusty Rhodes.
2, 3. Down for the count. Yeah, Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes, those are the OGs right there, man. They did the hard touring. Sup, everyone? Steve is real. Yeah. The Lions are doing so good.
Hi, Tina.
Hi, Tina. What up, Doe? Steve in the hizzle for shizzle.
What up, Doe? Haven't heard that since the 80s.
What up, Doe? Yeah, for sure. I'm going to throw, I don't know if Jeremy's out there wanting to get on here, but I have to get the kid off the bus because I'm by myself today. So are you okay to be on for a minute?
Oh, I am. Go, brother.
Let me throw an invite out here because I know that, I know that you could go by yourself. Do you want, but I think Jeremy B's chomping at the bit in there. And, you're like, no, I don't want to talk to Jeremy.
I love Jeremy. He can come in anytime.
I'm joking. We love it. I wouldn't give him a personal invite. But go ahead.
I'm trying to dig up my Russell Wayne one-liners while you're gone. Don't take your phone with you this time, friend.
No, actually, I need to take it with me so I can correct that quicker. So I am going to do my best, folks. I'll hit that mute button. It's going to be scary, but hold on a second, Jeremy. I'm sorry. Me multitasking isn't doing very well today, so let me get over here.
I love Jeff Addison's comment here. Some teams play the game, others have fun playing the game. The Lions are having fun playing the game. Well, it wasn't very fun in Baltimore, I can tell you that, Jordan. But I totally agree with what you're saying. You look at the camaraderie on this team. You look at the video clips after the game in the locker room. You can see there's genuine love and respect for each other, and especially the coach. And let's put that to bed right now. CBS Sports reports that insiders say that there is 0 chance that Dan Campbell would be up for the Texas A&M head coaching job vacated by Jimbo Fisher. Dan Campbell, through sources, has sent back to Texas A&M, said there's no way, and this was a quote from the source, no way that he's leaving the Lions at this point. So there it is from CBS Reports. All you guys out there talking about, hey, could go to Texas A&M. It's not going to happen. And if no one knows what's in a man's heart, right? No one knows what's on Dan Campbell's mind or in his heart. Being the head coach of the Texas A&M Aggies might be his lifelong dream. That might be his dream job, okay? But at this juncture, if you're Dan Campbell, are you going to walk away from what you're looking at potential historic glory? If you are the guy that brings the lowly Detroit Lions back to relevance, your value is 10 times what it would be as a Texas A&M coach, okay? So no one knows what's in a man's heart. We don't know how Dan Campbell values that job, but I can tell you one thing, Jimbo Fisher's a pretty smart cookie. He's making $26,000 a day to not coach that football team. He's taken them for $77 million. By the way, I'll give you a little caveat here. $75 $77 million is what they owe him. And in the contract, it stipulates that he has to be paid, if they let him go, he has to be paid 25% of that $77 million in the first 60 days. So here in another month or so, he's going to get a big payday with so much money coming for the rest of his life. His grandkids won't even know where the money came from. Okay. Kudos to you, Jim Fisher, for taking him to the cleaners. I mean, you're no Cliff Kingsbury, but kudos to you for pulling that off. And we'd like to welcome to the program now. It's our good friend, Smokin' Jeremy B., writer for the South Florida Tribune. Welcome to the program this morning, sir.
Yeah, I saw that rumor about Texas A&M, and I about died. I laughing about it because I was like, "Oh yeah, he's going to leave an NFL team that he just been leading to first in their division since before it was called the North."
Yeah, but we don't really know, Jeremy.
I know.
We don't really know what's in that man's heart. I mean, look at Jim Harbaugh. He could be coaching in the NFL if he wanted to pursue it hard enough. He wanted to be the coach of Michigan.
He will be next year.
Perhaps
they're going to run him out.
That's exactly what you said last year.
Yeah. And I said after that all those little things came out that they did a small suspension for, I said at the beginning of the season, you watch, they're going to find something else and they're going to run him out of the NCAA.
Maybe you did say that. And I'll tell you, I think that Jim Harbaugh wants full control, like GM and coach, right? He wants all of that. There are only two spots in the NFL right now where he could have that, one being Las Vegas and one being New England after they let Bill Belichick go at the end of this year. Do you see either of those as a possibility I don't think he's going to be a coach in Chicago, even though it'd be great for the Bears, because Ryan Poles is not going to give him GM carte blanche.
No, but the owners might. So, yeah, I could see Chicago going there and them just telling Ryan Poles, go sit on a pole somewhere. But anyway,
you think so? You think that ownership would cast off a young, hot GM like Ryan Poles to bring in Jim Harbaugh to be GM and coach? I don't think so.
Yep, and guess who else just got signed? According to Steve Israel, Anthony Barr went back to Minnesota.
That move brought to you by Geritol.
That being said, let's get into this. Bruce Purnell Irvin Jr., who went to Western Virginia University.
West Virginia.
It's probably Western Virginia.
It's not. It's West Virginia, and he was the highest drafted player ever by West Virginia, other than Adam Pac-Man Jones.
And then after that, it would have been the guy that we drafted for running back, right?
I don't know. I don't know, but I would guess. My guess would be Major Harris. Remember Major Harris, the quarterback? And
no, not really.
He was great back in the day. And also Jeff Hostetler went to West Virginia. He was a Super Bowl winning quarterback for the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
And he was drafted by the Giants. So
I don't see Dan Campbell leaving. That's what I'm saying. Steve's real says, "Sup, Jeremy? What's up, Steve?" Yeah, the other thing I want to talk about is, the best thing that could have happened to our secondary for this weekend's game happened. They sat the better quarterback. Justin Fields is starting.
Yeah, well, yep. Bear Down Mike says that all that trash talking might come to bite us in the ass because Justin Fields is playing for his career. What do you think of that, Jeremy?
I think he should have been playing for his career the last year and a half.
I'm sorry, can you repeat it?
I think he should have been playing for his career the last year and a half. I think his career is going to be as a backup somewhere.
Yeah, that's my take on it too, is that he was playing for his career when this season started. And to your point, Bear Down Mike, I think you're right. When that happens, like we saw in the Washington game, Eberflus was going to be fired. Justin Fields was going to be benched. We saw it with the Las Vegas Raiders after they fired Josh McDaniels. These players, they circle the wagons, and they really put in an extra effort to try to help their cronies save their jobs. And that might play into this Bears-Lions matchup, Mike. But I'm sorry. I think now that Tyson Bagent has proven that he can win games for the Bears, it puts more pressure on Justin Fields than there was already there. I think this is going to be tough. a tough matchup for the Bears at this juncture of the season, facing a Lions team that's going to be hungry to look good on defense. Our good friend A-Dub, he's our resident Packer fan, along with Steve, says one question he'd like to ask is, if the Lions and Vikings match up with each other in the playoffs, what result would you think comes out of it? I think it's going to come down to home field for that one. That if that happens and it's in the first round, Lions would get a bye, assuming if we continue on this trajectory. That would mean that the Vikings and the Lions would play 3 out of 5 weeks in a row, giving the Lions a bye week. Otherwise, it'd be 3 out of 4. But 3 out of 5 weeks in a row, it's very hard to beat a team 3 times. So I will add this. If either team sweeps either team in the regular season, I think I like that other team to win the third matchup. What say you on this, Jeremy?
That's pretty much it. It's very hard to beat a team 3 times in one season.
Mm-hmm. So if the Lions sweep Minnesota, well, let's face it, if the Lions sweep Minnesota, they're probably not making the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
But if they do, if Minnesota wins out except for those 2 games, they'll have 9 wins. No, I'm sorry. They'll have 11 wins. 2, 3, 4, 5, and they have 6. So they will have 11 wins. They would be in the playoffs, even if they lose them both to Detroit. So I want to hear you say it out of your mouth. I just said it. If the Lions sweep the Vikings, do you like the Vikings to win the playoff game if they face each other?
Probably not.
You're contradicting yourself.
No, I don't like the Minnesota to win. I just don't. They haven't proven they can win playoff games consistently. Ever.
The Minnesota Vikings cannot stop the run, Mike. They cannot stop the run, and we run better than anybody in the NFL. That team is not that we are built to destroy that team.
Really?
By the way,
really, because the New Orleans Saints only rushed for 65 yards last week against the Minnesota Vikings in their own building.
That's because they used Jamal Williams.
Stop it.
They used him more. They used him more.
Look, when Russell throws out a blanket statement like they cannot stop the run, and I throw it back to you, they just did last week on the road. It can't be because, they only played Jamal Williams.
I didn't say they only. I said they used him more.
Alvin Kamara is no slouch, my friend.
Who went out after the second quarter.
If we would have done the same thing and stopped Alvin Kamara, you know what everybody would be saying from the outside? Oh, it's New Orleans. I mean, come on, man. Like that's what they would say, right? It's just New Orleans. It's only New Orleans. They have a good defense.
Now let me finish this part, though. Everyone that wants to say Brad Holmes made a mistake drafting Gibbs after they signed Montgomery needs to be shot. Montgomery and Gibbs have 975 yards and 11 touchdowns. You know what Swift and Williams have combined? 750 with 3 touchdowns this season.
Yeah, but Jamal Williams missed the first 5-6 games, and Kamara missed the first 3 games.
Doesn't matter. It's proof that Brad Holmes was right to get rid of him.
Okay, Montgomery missed a couple of games, and so did Gibbs. So,
I like A-Dub's question here. If Green Bay takes inspiration from their loss against the Steelers, I want to cut the question off right there. If Green Bay takes inspiration from their loss against the Steelers, A-Dub, you've always got a good take, but this one here is in question, my friend. If Green Bay takes inspiration, you mean if they get motivated from getting their ass kicked, they could win at least 3 more games, maybe more, depending on matchups, right? They could get to 7 wins, A-Dub, which is exactly what 3, maybe 1 more would be. And Green Bay still has to play the Lions, the Chargers, the Chiefs, the Bears, the Vikings, and the Buccaneers. So it's going to be hard sledding for them to win that.
Maybe 2 wins.
Maybe 2 you're giving them?
Yeah. Tampa Bay, the Bears. Because I say what you want. It's not a QB ownership. It's a team ownership. Packers own the Bears.
So with Green Bay, Denver, now Josh Dobbs on the schedule, Justin Fields twice on the schedule. I love this call by by Paul Jones, who says we play soft zone against running quarterbacks. That's why we brought in big Bruce Irvin to keep them contained, right?
He's
To
not
set
wrong.
the edge. And I love that call. Absolutely. Thank you for that comment, Paul. Put your comments in. This is Football Talk with Russell Wayne. We're here 5 days a week at 11 a.m. Eastern time. We're talking with Smoking Jeremy B from Kneecap Biters, Detroit Lions, something or other. And he's a writer for the South Florida Tribune. And put your comments in. We are here every weekday at 11 a.m. talking about football in the NFC North. Today, it's all Lions. It's Lions Day, Wednesday. Tomorrow will be Thursday. It'll be our And We Know Sports Day with Grover Teague the fourth. Sir Slap Nasty from And We Know Sports will be here tomorrow talking about all things NFL. And be sure to check out the show with the mostest, with the hostess. I'm not a hostess. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. It's NFC North Open Mic, 7 p.m. Eastern time on Monday nights. Join us there, too. By the way, YouTube is a really cool format to watch this show on, and we are trying to grow that. So if you could please subscribe to our YouTube channel, it's at Main Event 365. Okay. Right now, I know that there are more people watching than there are likes. So if you're watching on YouTube, smash that like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube. We are in a contest with a douchebag, and he's killing us. So we need your help to overtake the douchebag. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And that's all I got to say about that.
Well, I love the harshness, Mike. You just go right at the throat. Go up right at the kneecaps. There you go.
You know why?
Because he's a kneecap biter like the rest of us.
Because fuck your kneecaps.
Exactly.
Oh, I was trying to get it, man. I can't do it as fast on my phone, man.
Oh, you couldn't get it up fast enough.
I couldn't get it up fast enough.
They make pills for that.
Sometimes you're going and falling into it on purpose. Right there. That's why.
Oh, Sebastian, are you talking smack? Sebastian, you need to come in on the open mic night on Monday night where I'm not so kind and gentle. I will absolutely destroy this take on Monday night if you would like to come in and revisit it. I will, however, read it here. Sebastian says, so how many playoff games have the Lions won recently? The Vikings have won a few in the last couple of years. I mean, let's absolutely revisit that on Monday when I'm allowed to be a jerk. This is Russ's show. I have to keep it cool. It's a kinder, gentler main event mic on the morning show. So that is the dumbest take I've ever heard in my life.
Okay, well, here you go, Mike.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Our good friend Gary, the Macho Main.
Gary Capione.
Yeah.
Like that.
We don't put his last name out there because he keeps his alter ego secret, you dingling.
No, he doesn't. Not anymore. He's been out there.
You go around saying, Batman's Bruce Wayne. No, you don't do that. Perfect timing.
Matt LaFraud.
Oh, my God. How much fun can we have with this stuff, man? I don't know.
I can't wait till week 16, 17, and 18, the last 3 games of the season. 2 against Minnesota, 1 against Dallas. That is going to be some really, really interesting football games, I think. Put it in the comments. What do you think is the biggest game? What do you think the biggest hurdle for the Lions is this year? We got Chicago, Green Bay, New Orleans, Chicago, Denver, Minnesota, Dallas, and Minnesota. Put it in the comments, your opinion. What do you think is the biggest test for the Lions? Where do we stand the biggest chance to take an L? Obviously, Dallas is the obvious answer. Do you got anything to add to that, Jeremy?
Well, the way they're playing lately, you have to add Denver. Even though they're coming into our house, they just went into the Bills and whooped their ass.
Right, and Russell Wayne will be at that game, and we know how that goes.
Oh, God.
Hey, that's away.
Ticket.
It's only a away game. There's no bank. There's no bank in Ford Field.
Oh, right. There's no bank in the title, and the other team won't be wearing purple.
Oh, that's a plus. God, sell your ticket. Oh, just kidding.
But thanks for the comments, Sebastian. I do appreciate your terrible comments. Just want to let you know. We do appreciate it. You are entitled to your terrible take here on the main event. Some really good comments. I know you guys are out there reading the comments. What else you got, Russell? Are we about to wrap this up?
Yeah.
Tomorrow is Thursday here on Football Talk with Russell Wayne, and we will have Grow TV and We Know Sports. Be true to tune in there. For Russell Wayne and Jeremy B, I'm Main Event Mike saying God bless each and every one of you. Peace out. The screen is frozen.
Stop. Let's take a minute to talk about our sponsor. It's a new one this week. It is FTP. No, it's not the florist. What is it, Mike?
Fuck the Packers.
Yeah, that's it.
Are you there, Russ?
Hello. There he goes.
Now, right there.
Yeah.
Let the butthurt flow through you.
Jeffrey Addison says he thinks the Cowboys is the biggest test for the Lions, but beware of the Giant Slayers, Denver. I love it. And I still
like
listen to your horrible homer takes every day. Thank you, Sebastian.
I think Denver. I mean, Denver is the one that scares me the most at this point after watching what they did. And honestly, they're playing the Minnesota Vikings this week. I think this is a trap game for the Vikings, too. I don't think the Vikings are going to beat them either.
Wow. They've won 4 in a row. They beat the Chiefs and the Bills. They've had some good wins, too.
Yeah.
So Vikings have a couple of good wins, too, but they also, I mean, that's a good matchup, man. That's right. 2 teams. I like it.
Who's the only above 500 team that hasn't lost to a sub 500 team yet?
That'd be the Detroit Lions.
Really? I didn't know. Just thought I'd wonder. I heard that somewhere, but I didn't think it was true.
What is the Detroit Lions? Who are the Detroit Lions?
Who are the?
I loved your Jeopardy answer though. That was awesome. Did you see how I changed it a little bit? So.
Yeah, I did. But did you see my question to you for you to have one?
No. What was my category?
I said it was the same thing in Draft Bus.
Okay.
My question is, what third-year quarterback had a ceiling so low after his rookie year he had to duck every year coming in after? And no, he's not in the NFC North.
His ceiling was so low. So that means underrated. I'm going to go. But you said third year.
He was way overrated. Great his rookie year.
I would have said Brock Purdy, but you said third year. So that means his ceiling was so low, so there weren't big expectations for him. He's a third-year quarterback.
And had a good rookie year.
Third-year quarterback with low expectations and had a good rookie year. Oh, boy, that's a toughie. I'm going to go, it's not Joe Burrow. Let's see. Man, give me a minute, and I'll go through every quarterback.
What is
Tua? Is it Tua?
No.
Give it to
Mac
me.
Jones.
Mac Jones.
McCorkle Jones. It sure is.
Good call. Good call.
Look, his ceiling. He was the most NFL quarterback ready coming out in college, and I said that at the time of the draft. I said, but his ceiling's so low, he'll have to duck every year after. And guess what? Every year the win total has done what? Gone down.
Right.
You almost got me on that, Jeremy, because I was thinking when you said, not expectation, I was thinking second round and later. I was like, okay, maybe he's thinking about Mac Jones because he was the last one. And then, yeah.
No, because
and if you want to go first round,
he was known as the most NFL ready of all the prospects, which would make his ceiling lower. That's a good call. That's a good trivia question.
Yep. And then here's one more. There's only been 2 of these in the last 8 years. First round picks traded before their rookie contract done as a QB.
2 rookie quarterbacks traded before the expiration of their rookie contract in the last how many years?
8 years.
I know one. Oh God, the guy, the other one from Arizona, where they drafted.
Yep.
Is it Jimmy Garoppolo?
No.
He was traded. He was traded in his 4th year, but he wasn't a first
5
round
minutes.
pick.
Rosen. Rosen.
Yeah, Josh Rosen. That's
and who's the other one? It just happened this season. There's your hint.
Kirk Cousins?
No.
Traded in their rookie year.
Traded in their rookie
year
contract. Rookie
contract.
No, not the rookies. Not the rookie. See, the rookie contract's what I meant.
It just happened this season.
They didn't trade Kirk off of his rookie contract?
No.
He
just franchised twice and came over as a free agent.
Yeah, RG3 went down and he finished out his rookie contract in Washington.
Gotcha. Okay.
RG.
I thought that was a cool thing.
Is it Jameis Winston?
No, he got it. Trey Lance. To the Cowboys.
God, it's fucking easy. God,
I was a good season.
Josh Rosen and Trey Lance. That was easy, and I didn't get either one of them. Damn it.
Russell Wayne, kudos to him. He got Rosen.
Detroit fan man got it. He got Trey Lance.
Yeah.
It's so obvious that it's like having it right in front of your nose and you don't see it. Like
yeah, it was one of those ones where you couldn't see it with it right in front of your face. Been a snake, it'd bit you.
Right.
Master Blaster runs Border Town.
Oh, this has happened twice, where an all-time great had a crappy quarterback drafted in front of him. Since, God, let's see. I think the one was in '99, and the other one just happened about 6 years ago, maybe 7.
This is good right here, Mike. Did you already hit this while I wasn't?
No,
looking?
Broncos looking to sweep the NFC North. Lions looking to sweep the AFC West. Could all come down to our game.
It will. I have the feeling it will.
Wow. Yeah, so more incentive to root for the Broncos to beat the Vikings because that'll add a little bit more game drama right there to the Broncos-Lions matchup.
And they're not a sub-500 team, so.
Yeah, I like that.
Not anymore.
I'm going to jump off, gentlemen. Take care. God bless everyone.
Damn, he left before that question was answered. Do you want to know what the answer was?
No, oh, you sure?
Yeah, the 2 draft picks that were picked before some great ones. You got Ryan Leaf before Peyton Manning and Mitch Trubisky before Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, you got to like that one.
Yeah, I do like that one.
Well, we definitely. How about like taking a left tackle when you could add C.J. Stroud again?
Woo. Yeah, by not trading at all.
Oh man, they're the biggest boo-boo quarterback franchise ever. Like all they do is pass on good ones. They shouldn't have traded down there. You could have had the guy, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm glad C.J. Stroud is in the AFC South.
I'm glad all those Michigan fans can shut their mouths about Ohio State not bringing quarterbacks in. It's like it's the dumbest argument I've ever heard, and I'm glad that it's over because
No. The argument is they don't develop quarterbacks, and C.J. Stroud was fully developed in high school, so therefore they still didn't develop them.
Stop it! Stop it!
I couldn't help it. I had to go there.
No, it just makes you look dumb. Don't do that to yourself.
Oh. It's not a dumb take. In high school, he had an former NFL quarterback as a head coach.
It's a dumb take. It's like saying that the quarterback was fully developed before he got into the pros too. So that's why he was good. That's not it. You still have to develop into the college, and you have to go up against better competition. Everybody has to do that. That's a dumb argument. He was fully developed in junior high.
No, high school. That's what
You might as well say junior high school. You might as well say his kindergarten coach went on to.
Oh, you're gonna ignore. Wait, but you're gonna ignore the fact that he had a former NFL QB as a high school coach.
I don't need to ignore anything. The argument wasn't that he couldn't. It wasn't developed.
I didn't say they couldn't find quarterbacks because they've had great quarterbacks. Ohio State.
Ohio State can't put quarterbacks into the NFL that are worth a shit. That was it. There was no development. You're adding development to it. The argument isn't the argument that you're saying that it is. It's never been about development if you want to use that caveat.
Mine has been.
It's still a dumb argument. There is a quarterback in the NFL from Ohio State that is good. 2 starting quarterbacks in the NFL now. So there you go.
Yeah, but you can't say they're both good.
I don't have to say their own, but there's 2 of the quarterbacks in the NFL. One of them is maybe the best quarterback in the NFL right now.
No, yeah, I admit that. I said he would be. I said he'd be one of the best ones coming out of this draft.
But Ryan Day develops quarterbacks. Jim Tressel never developed quarterbacks. Urban Meyer never developed quarterbacks. So, yeah, you're right. But this is the franchise that does. Now we have 2 quarterbacks in there. The first one didn't do good. Second one did. That's it.
Yeah, too bad Ryan Day's job is going to hinge on whether he can beat Michigan or not in Michigan.
Sure. And it should. As Harbaugh's job should hinge on whether he can beat Ohio State. It's the biggest rivalry in sports.
Yeah.
It's the greatest rivalry in any sport.
Well, I got to get ready for work, and I know you got things to do today, sir.
Yep. All right, brother. Well, I'm going to – all right.
It was fun. I love talking shit. It is fun.
So why don't you go ahead and plug your show, and then I'm going to get everybody out of here. Go ahead.
Kneecap biting with the Motor City Lions tonight at 8:30 p.m. I am talking about NFL news around the league. Tonight is the opinion of the panel doing the top 10 around the league. I want everybody's opinion. I want to see how many are homers and how many are realistic. And I'm going to be actually pretty realistic with mine as well. Then Friday, we got the Lions fan cave chat and pregame show.
All right, then. So, and this is the reason why you should watch Jeremy B tonight, because Dan Campbell put it right out there for you. Right there, main event 365 right here. The football talk. This is Lions talk on Wednesday with Russell Wayne each and every week. We appreciate the Detroit Lions news for allowing us to be in their spot, broadcasting live right there. And thank you to all the villains. Dang, we hit 10,000 today, 10,000 followers, and we did it in like the page got shut down in May. So 6 months later, we're back up to full strength. Again, thank you to you guys right there. NFL Talk, Lions Talk, Post, Russell Wayne. Appreciate every single one of you guys out there. And may the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. And may the Lord shine his face upon you until we meet again tomorrow, 11 a.m. for Football Talk with Russell Wayne. Thank you so much for watching the program today. We appreciate everybody that went and followed and liked the page. We're growing. We're growing as the team is winning. We have fun. We talk a little trash. We talk about our team. We used to talk about a lot of losing. thanks to that number one quarterback in the NFL, Jared Goff. And that offensive line, feels different. It is different. This is a big game for the Lions coming up. Division game. Chicago Bears. They can go to 8-2 for the first time since 1964. And you're going to tell me that's same old Lions? Going back to do something historic, or at least for the Lions franchise. That was before I was born. Team's young. Team's hungry.
There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious.
60% of the time, it works every time.
I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean I make medicine sick.
The Phantom of the Opera is there inside your mind.
Put me in, coach. Put me in, coach. I knew we could have won state, man. I know I came in a little bit overweight, but I'm going to do much better next time. One pride, let's go. Woo!
Don't forget, tomorrow we got GT from And We Know Sports coming into the house. They do their show every Thursday, 7 p.m. Come on. We're going to end the way we love to end right here. This is our Doctor Strange ending right here. Nothing makes the day end better than a little bit of Green Bay tears.
It's not fair. They were so happy. It's not gonna be okay.
What's up, y'all? This is Ifeatu Melifonwu, safety for the Detroit Lions. And I just want to take some time out to give a big shout out to Russell Wayne and Main Event Mike from the Detroit Lions Villain Squad. It's a fan page and a podcast. And I just want to say I appreciate the support of me and my team. And I encourage everyone to go check out their podcast and check out their fan page. Go Lions.